to go ahead and get started. And this right here is our link to this slide deck, which I will drop into the chat right now so that you can save that by going to File, make a copy, and then you can make a copy of the entire presentation and have that for review later. This presentation will also be linked on the DFP along with a video of the presentation as well by end of next week. So that is there as well. If for some reason you did make a copy or you just aren't able to find it, you can always locate these resources on the DFP as well. So I am Monica Daniel. I'm a new ed tech specialist with the district, and I'm happy to share and help in any way that I can. So you have my email as well as my number that rings to my cell phone, because you can see I'm working from home, but I am definitely available each day if you have any questions. For today's norms, they're pretty consistent throughout all of our PDs. It's to please stay muted, use the chat, be patient, and be positive. As we all know, this tech stuff doesn't always do what we hope it does on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to admit someone here. Our BCSD core priorities for our session today, our focus is priority 1, a culture of collective efficacy, and I always struggle with that word, so I apologize. But basically, the understanding that we are all better together, and so hopefully some information that I can share with you today is useful and something that will help you moving forward. So as we go into our BCSD mission and vision, remembering that our mission is to be well, no, I'm saying it wrong. Our vision is to be a model of educational excellence, equity, and innovation. And with that, our mission is to provide, educate all of our students to the highest level of academic excellence to become collaborative, creative, and critical thinkers, which we are definitely all learning and growing this year as we continue to go on. For today's learning intention, we will learn how to customize our slide deck. So I hope that some of these resources that I share with you today help you be able to maybe personalize or customize things a little bit more to your liking or for your students and staff you might be working with. For our success criteria, we will know we are successful when we can independently access various slide templates and also utilize tools to personalize our slide deck. So we'll be able to hopefully do all of that by the end of today's session. So for today, I am going to give you, we're going to focus on 3 things. We're going to focus on websites that we have available that we can access different slide decks. We're going to focus on the edit master within the Google slide, and also remembering that we do have the theme options within Google Slides as well. So the first thing I want to go into are the websites. So there are 3 websites, and I'm going to drop them right now into our chat. But the first one I wanted to briefly go over is Slides Go. So Slides Go, I actually hadn't really started using that until this year because I get stuck on Slides Carnival and I get stuck on Slides Mania, and there's just so many options out there. But Slides Go is a great resource that gives you free templates, everything's free, that you can then use in PowerPoint or in Google Slides. So I'm going to go ahead and click on here and open Slides Go so that you can see. So in Slides Go, it is again a free resource. So you may see ads at the bottom or to the side for different applications as well. But just knowing that in general, the website is free. So it will allow you to select themes by color, themes by style, and then it has various other categories that you might find useful. From here, if I were to select a color, say, I'll say yellow. So maybe my school colors are yellow and blue, and I want a slide deck that maybe matches our theme. So then you will see that various templates will appear that are, or that have yellow incorporated in some form. So once I find a template that I'm wanting to use, I can select that template. And maybe I'm still not sure if I want to use it. They do have a window appear here where you have these little brackets, these little arrows on the ends of it. And you can go through and see if it really is something you're wanting to maybe use. You can kind of look at the template and see if you find it valuable, or if there's some things that, well, maybe that's not what I'm looking for. And then you can go back and look at for other templates as well. So say this is a template that I actually do want to use. You would then go over to the right side of this screen and use a Google slide theme. Because we are a Google district, you can use a Google slide. Once I select that, a new window will appear and it will ask me to make a copy. So once I make this copy, it will then give me my own copy that goes right to my drive and I can then start editing. Right now it's taking a little bit longer, but it did appear here. And then I can now look through all of the template options that they've given me. So if I go to this layout, these are all the options that are embedded here. But as you can see, they give you different things. So I might want to use these little boxes or some of these clip arts and different things, and then others I might not. So then you have the ability to go through that. So that's Slides Go. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. The next one that I tend to use a lot is Slides Mania. So again, this is another resource that is free, has a variety of templates for different reasons that you might find beneficial. Maybe it's a student notebook, or maybe it's a template that you might want to use at a parent conference, different reasons for different things, but it's another resource that allows you to get free templates to use for yourself. So if I select Slides Mania, I can open this one. And from here, it's very similar to Slides Go. It gives you a toolbar at the top of your screen and gives you a little bit of breakdowns on what options and templates they have. So they have education, which she has this individual has really extended a lot of focus on her slides templates for education. So she's been able to break it down a little bit more. And then you have some of the options like Slides Go. You have colors, you have simple options versus maybe fun. And again, you have your education. So if I were looking for maybe a choice board and a different template option, I can select choice board. And then it's going to give me templates. So just like Slides Go, it's going to be pages and scrolling down, and you can go to the bottom. This one actually only has one. So I don't believe this is the bottom. I'm going to select it, but it actually might be, I want to say that might be the ad. It is. So again, remembering these websites are free, so you will see ads throughout the website, but on some of them you will have an arrow at the bottom that has multiple pages of templates. So from here, if you're wanting to select this challenge board, you would select it to open it, scroll down until you see this. Here's where I can then peruse the slide template. So if I want to see again, before I make a copy, I can see what's available. So I can go select the arrow. Again, this is just a little bit different. The other one had the template embedded, but they had the arrows right directly on the picture. And here it's embedded in the website and the arrow selection is down at the bottom. So from here, I can look at it, and if it's something I do want to use, I'm going to select Open Slides, Google Slides. This one looks a little bit different because it doesn't have that force a copy. It actually has this Use Template on the far right-hand side. So if I select Use Template, it will then populate a copy for me. So then I will then be able to use this for myself. I'm going to let that person in. So here again, I have a template that I am now able to use. So again, this one is Slides Mania as well. It is a resource that provides so many templates for free that you are able to use. So again, we have Slides Go, we have Slides Mania, and the last one that I have in terms of a website that has a bunch of templates is Slides Carnival. So I have used this one for years. This one has been around for a while. And again, it's another resource online that is free that gives you various templates that you can use in Google Slides with your students as well. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one. And it is not linked, so I am just going to type it in, slidescarnival.com. And here it's almost identical to the other two websites. It has your toolbar at the top that gives you different categories for each option that he or she has available on this website. So you have color. I can select, maybe I want yellow. And from here, once I see a template that maybe catches my eye, I can see, I'm going to select this one. And very quickly, we can see that this one has, it looks a little bit different because it's an ad. And at the very bottom, you can see that Yellow has 2 pages. So if I wanted to select next, I can see that there are additional templates on the next page. So let's say I wanted to use this template on the top left. Once I open it, I'm going to scroll down until I see where the slide deck is embedded. And each one, it does say PowerPoint or Google Slides. So once you see this, you can then look through again the template to see if it's something that you like, if you like the style, or maybe there's even just one template that you like within it. You can take that as well. So from here, I can select Google Slide. And this one will look just like Slides Mania, where it's going to ask me to use a template. It's not automatically going to tell me to make a copy. So if maybe I'm not sure if I still like this one, I'm going to go ahead and select this arrow down at the bottom and kind of look through it to say, well, maybe I don't. Let me go look again before I use the template. But once I've decided that I do want to use the template, I can then hit use template. So if I select use template, again, it's going to give me just a few seconds and then it should populate that template for me. Now I have that template available and I can kind of see what I might want to use. What I like to do usually at the beginning of a template, if I open up a template, is see all the layouts, just kind of see what's available. And usually at the end, it always gives you these little clip arts that you can enlarge or make copies. And I always find these useful. So I like to go all the way to the bottom to make sure I see everything that they do have available. So that is Slides Carnival. We did access some websites. Hopefully you'll find those useful moving forward. And now I'm going to show you how to edit the master in a template. So if you haven't done that before, this is super cool. So I do this all the time. So if we go into our edit master, it's going to be selecting slide, edit master, and then you will get this window up here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. At the very top of our toolbar, you would select slide, edit master, and then my window will change. If you notice up here on the top left, I did make some layout options. Yesterday, I changed some options in there and they are still there. So once we do that, we can then edit things that are in the background that can then work throughout our entire presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one more time. To access that edit master, you're going to go to slide, edit master, and then you'll have a new window appear. So right here is where you can then choose to add, delete, or change color. Basically do a lot of things in the background that are going to either not be manipulated, they can actually stay there in the background, or also add text where it can be consistent throughout your presentation. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this for just a moment. So once you're in your edit master, you will be able to add text box again, so that you can add text throughout that is similar. You can add lines, shapes, tables, anything that you maybe want in the background of a slide that maybe students or staff, you don't want them to accidentally delete, can be in the background. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you these options as well before I show you in the edit master. So in the edit master, we can change the color of our slides. We can change the fill color of any shapes or objects that would be in the background. We can have our placeholder for our text that can be moved around, as well as changing the text color in the background, as well as importing images or pictures or anything that maybe you might find in a textbook or in some sort of activity that you're using with students that you don't want to lose. So if I go back to slide, edit master, I now have my master. So as you can see, all these on the far left are my presentation. These are the templates, slide templates that I have available to use. So I can then go and select any of these and they will manipulate the slides over here that I've already created. But what I want to show you is here, I can select this yellow circle and I can change it by going up to the fill color and I can change it to be any color I want. I can take these shapes or these objects and move them. I can enlarge them. I can basically do anything with those in the background, things in the background that I don't want to lose. So that way when I insert my layouts or a new slide, maybe there's a template that I just do not want manipulated. And if by chance a student or someone does delete them, you will have them in your layout options to quickly bring them back. So I'll show you that as well. So just again, in your Edit Master, I can add text. The text is something that's going to be editable for students. So like if you're presenting something, students can then click on there. I could type on here, enter, let me try and edit this. Well, no, it's actually just, I was gonna edit, but this is actually just a placeholder for the students to enter in later when you're doing the presentation. Let me show you a few more that look different. I think there's some at the bottom. So here you can see that we have in the background, we have this yellow shape with the dotted background in the back. We also have these shapes as well. Those items are in the background. Here where it says click to edit master style, that would be then I'm changing the font. I'm changing the size. I'm changing if I want it bold or not bold, if I want it a different color. Those are where I'm going to change those options. But again, it's just a placeholder for text within the slide that also like go along with your theme. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. So you can see if I go to layouts that these two that I've made changes to are there. But again, it is just the background. So if there's a table or certain shapes or certain things that you don't want to lose by accident. For example, if I was a student and maybe I came in here and I accidentally deleted all that, maybe those are items you want to place in the background of your edit master. So I do have, Rachel was great and added some of these templates in here so that I can show you how someone else created and used a edit master feature for their classroom. So if I go ahead and select this, it's going to ask me to make a copy. And then I now have a copy of 10 frames. If you can see here on the far left, it goes from number 1 to number 20. And in here, nothing is editable. So the students cannot accidentally resize the shapes of the 10 frames. They can't delete them. They can't change the colors. They are going to go into this and maybe manipulate it and add shapes to represent their number. So students can then go to insert shape and maybe they're going to add triangles. We can add a triangle and that would be how they can use this. So if I go back into their slide, edit master, you can see that here is where I can then edit these items and I can change them. I can make them larger. I can add colors. If I wanted to, I could make number 1 an example. So I can go ahead and insert a circle. And so that here, that is going to maybe be their example. So I can close it out. And they do have the triangle because I did that before. But here you can see that they cannot delete this, but maybe number 1 is used as an example of what they're going to do for 2 through 20. So again, edit your master is putting things in the background that won't easily get deleted. So I am going to show you theme. Theme is pretty basic, but it's definitely helped me a lot as well. So I'm hoping it is useful for you as well. So when you talk about theme, Google does give you automatically their own themes, which again are template variations that we're getting from the resources that I mentioned. But knowing that within a slide, if I open up a new slide, you can go to the top and select theme. From theme, you'll get a window up here to the right, and it will have, now it has 23 options. So it has grown. I don't remember it always having this many options. So knowing that it continues to grow over time is nice. Also now knowing that we can edit the master. If I like this theme, I can select it, but then go and make it black and red or black, gray, and red, knowing that you can then adjust templates to customize for your liking. Really quickly before I move on, I do want to share, I didn't have it in the presentation, but import theme. It's not, personally, it's not something I use all the time, but you might love it. So if I go to import theme, what it's going to do is bring up all the templates that I maybe have access to or someone has shared with me, anything that's in my drive in terms of a presentation. And I can then select any of these and it will automatically add that theme to my work. So if I go ahead and select, I'll just select Weave Video. It has a little bit of a different color scheme. I can select that. It's gonna wait a few seconds. I was gonna say minutes, but that's not minutes, just a few seconds. So I'm gonna then select this template. So again, let me work through it and then I'll show you one more time. Import theme. And so it's kind of working its magic right now, and then it's changing everything. So everything I've done is in there, but it then automatically changes my theme, and then I'll have to go back and add a few little options and change and delete a few things. But again, overall, the theme is imported from that other presentation. So I went ahead and undid that, but I'm going to select that one more time. If I go to theme, you will see the 23 options appear. I can select any of these. If I were to select it, it's going to change my current presentation to that theme. I'm going to undo that. But again, I can import a theme that I maybe used or someone else shared with me in a different presentation. So that's just another way to quickly get some other options from others. From here, I wanted to show you a few things you can access from the theme layout. So first, you can access them in two ways, which we briefly touched on earlier. I can select layout. It will show me all the layout options. And then I can also select the new slide. If I'm going to import a new slide on the far left to use, I can select them here. So those are two ways that I can access this. Sometimes we quickly add this plus, and we forget that it also has the drop down if I want a specific template within my theme. So just remembering that this drop down button gives me the option to select a specific slide that I'm wanting to add. From there, these two things for me are super cool. I love to have I love to have the font match as well as colors match throughout a presentation. And sometimes my eyes can be like, that doesn't match, but I don't know if that goes for you, but it does go for me. So what's nice is if I select my font, so I'm selecting font here, it then pulls up my font color. It automatically in the middle of that will give you the theme colors. So these are the 10 colors that are used throughout this entire theme. So you might find it throughout, maybe not on every slide, but throughout the slide, those are the colors. So if you're ever wondering, well, I want that color that was on the first slide, how do I match it? Know that if you select any font, it will be in the middle of your presentation. The other option is also for shapes or other items that can be colored or filled in. You can select that and go over to your fill, that paint bucket that's, spilling over. That is another item where it will show you the theme colors. So again, if I'm adding a circle to circle things, I might not want a bright yellow. I might want the muted yellow that goes with the theme. Again, it's just a way to quickly see colors options that are given within your theme. So, and that's pretty much theme. So theme really is knowing that, hey, it's another word for layout, that Google gives you 23 if you, maybe don't have time to open up another slide deck or go to those websites. You can quickly select one of these, maybe edit the master and change your colors, and then also see that the theme templates have the color options that you can match as well. We're able to get some resources, 3 websites that hopefully you'll be able to find some templates. I will tell you, sometimes I spend too much time looking for the perfect slide, and sometimes I just need to stop and just select one. But know that it's a lot of fun looking at so many options that we maybe didn't know were available. We did go through Edit Master, and hopefully that's some secret, behind the scenes stuff that you're able to manipulate moving forward, as well as the theme. Just a reminder that our team, there are 4 of us in the EdTech department, Rachel, and she actually is with us as well today. Rachel is our coordinator. Susan and Carrie are also other EdTech specialists that can help answer and support with anything you might have questions regarding. So here is our contact information that you can reach out to us at any time.